So, Dad named this Lies and Truths about the lies of golf and the truths of music. And I took some time to kind of figure out what that meant to me. When it comes to the lies of golf, I could only properly name you one, and that's unplayable. And that's because I had to learn it for the golf merit badge. When it comes to lies in golf, Dad taught me more to feel them. It was less about the technicals and more about the feel and the rhythm and understanding your place in the universe in that exact moment and taking the next step from that lie that makes the most sense to you. And from there, you find your truth. Similarly, when it comes to the truths of music, I couldn't name you one. I've only learned to feel them when they come through. That was what Dad taught me. Starting in jazz piano under the tutelage of that handsome gentleman over there, Mr. Chuck Lichtenberger, I became enamored with the technical side of music and the way these scales and chords all together fit like puzzle pieces. It wasn't until I began songwriting and showing my dad my lyrics how much I realized I still had to learn about these truths. His history as a writer provided him a gateway through the rough lyrics in high school I was writing to teach me about why lyrics and form and storytelling mattered in a song. The lies in music are the bass components, the chord progressions, the lyrical hooks, the backbeat, the performance. The truths are the sum of their parts, the mutual feelings we all carry at the end of the last ringing note, the lessons or newfound perspectives we take from them and shape our lives and relationships hereafter, often indescribable through words and only through our actions and energy. These truths have been more of a guiding force in my life than any individual conversation I've had or book I've read. I could count on one hand the amount of direct heart-to-hearts I've had with my dad about life, all essential, but countless are the knowing glances we shared between each other when the right lyric to the right chord hit at the exact right time in our lives. The subtle nod knowing we were exactly on the same page. We learned and loved each other more through music and these moments than any other medium. I couldn't have asked for a better co-writer in my life. Before going away for college, I did a show at a venue that no longer exists on Church Street downtown. It was a fundraiser for CLO Global, the research foundation for my dad's specific type of leukemia, and where many of his doctors who helped him work. We ended up raising quite a bit of money. I believe it was around 10 grand, right?
12.
12? Okay, there you go. Right before going on stage, Dad was backstage with me. I asked him for any last minute pointers. All he said with a smile was, have fun. And that was exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. It was that la vie dansant energy he passed on to me that let me relax and be more comfortable on a stage than I ever have been in a room making small talk or even on my own. Have fun gave me that ability to express and be myself more than I ever had in my entire life. Along with helping me with my own lyrics and sharing music, often at struggling points in my life, he would write some poems for me in an attempt to help throw some truths my way with whatever I was struggling with at the time. He wanted me to share two of them with you today. The first one he wrote when I was in college, struggling with a lot of identity issues. It's called 21 with apologies to SID. Don't worry about the title, that's only like 2 people here. These days are days we've never seen before, but we'll never see again. The boy who walks the path alone will spiral out, then spiral in. Harmonics haunt him in the wind, voices whisper in his ear. Visions that he never sought taunt and mock his every fear. Worms turn, bridges burn, the flame dims in the night. Who will raise the torch when all is lost, when love has taken flight? What's always been will always be, below the river flows. This gift of sight, no paltry thing, from boy to man he grows. Worms turn, bridges burn, the flame dims in the night. Who will raise the torch when all is lost, when love has taken flight? They say he'll know at a certain age, but he's known it all along. He wept and bled through the thorny dark, then lit it with his song. Worms turn, bridges burn, something stirs within, and joy reveals what spiraled out at last must spiral in. The next one, apparently he wrote when I was 13, which is crazy to think about, because I've had these words floating around with me as far back as I can remember. This is something that's been with me my whole life. I've come back to this one multiple times, have used these words for different music projects, taken different inspiration from them in different ways, and learned so many life lessons through them at different points in my life. Every couple years I take something new from it. For that reason, and other reasons that will become apparent very shortly, please pay extra close attention to these next sets of words. Protect your heart, not from love, but from the slithering, superficial, smothering siren song compromises, perfectly arranged and ideally accessorized to tear the you from you and make you and us. Satan makes a great presentation, offering advice like sweet lemonade on a hot day, sticky with reassurance of your unearned greatness. No doubt easier to dance to his own tune than to make your own music. Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. And beware of fools who entice you to a proper lunch and eat your soul. Find God. It's your job. Embrace the mystery. Try harder, try harder. Laugh and cry and make a mess, and do not be dissuaded by the illusion of failure. Think with your heart and love with your head. Travel light and carry your own bags. Illuminate the best in others, and they will marvel at your magic. Nobody has the answers save you. Nobody knows the score save you. Nobody knows the way home save you. Nobody is going to save you. Save yourself. And now, before Dad passed away, we had an amazing opportunity through hospice care, which provided a wonderful music therapist in the past 6 to 8 months he was here, would you say? She was able, through hospice, to get a digital stethoscope and record his heartbeat. I came back for Christmas last year and was able to hear it while he was still around. Listening to that heartbeat, I had these words in mind. And with them still fresh in your mind, this next song is called Protect Your Heart. I see him coming, dressed in all white, violin in hand. He wants me to dance, I'd rather join the band. So reassuring, taking the you from you, making the you and us. Never knew what you wanted, that's your only loss. I try hard, and I hear it out. I need to make it out of here. Everything that I love is what I feared, but I'm persevering. I never failed, I'm closer towards my goal. Don't feed me lunch just to eat my soul. Protect your heart. Protect your heart. Protect your heart. Protect your
superficial. A siren song arranged under the table. The same led to the death of Cobain and Abel. I think with my heart and I love with my head, and I know I forgot and I'll forget again and again and again. But I keep coming back to what Dad used to say. Just keep searching for God. That's your job as an artist. Forever a mystery. Embrace the chaos. Protect your heart. Nobody knows the answers. Nobody knows the score. Protect your heart. Nobody knows the way home. Nobody's gonna save you. Save you. Nobody knows the answers. And nobody knows the score. Protect your heart. 'Cause nobody knows the way home. And nobody's gonna save you. Save yourself. So as I'm writing this from home, and I'm really taking these lyrics for the 7th or 8th time in my life, I'm realizing now it wasn't a lesson he was trying to teach me, but a conversation, a message he was trying to relay back. And when I was home, I finally figured out my response. Save myself, I love and trying. I found strength that's multiplying. Forgiveness and familiar, let the grace be the reliever. I have moments, but they're passing, both the short term and the lasting. As long as I know that I'm here for doing good, no one can take that from my soul. No one can take that from my soul. No one can take that from my soul. I found the light, it's wonderful. No one can take that from my soul. It'll burn till I grow old and pass it down for those who know. No one can take that from your soul. No one can take that from your soul. No one can take that from my soul. No one can take that from my soul. I found my life, it's wonderful. No one can take that from my soul. I let it grow, I let it fade. I was through it all the way. But how can I go home without you? No one can take that from my soul. No one can take that from my soul. I found the light, it's wonderful. No one can take that from my soul. It'll burn till I grow old and pass it down for those who know. No one can take that from your soul. No one can take that from your soul. No one can take that from my soul. No one can take that from my soul. I found my life, it's wonderful. No one can take that from my soul. I let it grow, I let it fade. I was through it all the way. How can I go on? Well, no one can take that from my soul. 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 And no one can take you from my soul. 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 No one can take you from my